You got it.
All right, Shalom. We the brothers from the Great Millstone, Gary, Indiana camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Before we open up, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Chakodash.
I'd like to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, and as always, peace and salutations to those elect, and the Sisakis pushes truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I want to open up with this Micah 5 and 7. Before we start out the video, the Spirit jumped on us, going to, in these times, the Lord's going to give some of his men, spiritual powers in these times. And we want to open up with this Micah 5 and 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as they do from the Lord, as the shower upon the grass, and tarry not for the man, nor waiteth for the sons of man. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the field. And when you put a lion amongst the beasts of the field, the lion was going to do what? It's going to devour them beasts, man. That's what the Lord's, he's going to give us that spirit. We're going to be like that lion. What the scripture say, who shall rouse them up?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the Lord. It's the Lord that's rousing us. It's going to be the Lord that's going to give us the spirit, to in times of need, man.
Come on.
Whether it's flying, whether it's healing, whether the Lord may have a tree fall on your enemies, you never know, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep. And what a young lion going to do? Some sheep defenseless. So Lord comparing, the remnant is going to be like a lion amongst sheeps, which is what these Gentiles, these other heathens, It said, and both tread down and tear in pieces, and none can deliver. So none gonna be able to deliver, man. Come.
Yeah, that was
it. Got it.
Con.
You still got that scripture you holding? The same one?
Yeah, you can get Isaiah.
Alright. This is Isaiah 41, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord, thy Redeemer, Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff.
Yeah.
Chaff. If I read it in the NIV, verse 14, do not be afraid, you worm Jacob, little Israel. Do not fear. I myself will help you, declare the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So you have to realize, throughout everything that's going to happen the whole time, the Lord's going to be right there with you.
Okay.
The Lord's going to be right there pretty much. Say you get into a thing that you think you're not going to be able to get out of. As long as you have faith, the Lord going to make a miracle happen. For all you know, you could teleport, or all your people just suddenly just fall out. You never know what could happen.
Hey, the Lord, he did that with Peter. Peter got locked up. The Lord delivered Peter out of jail. Paul got bit by a serpent and nothing happened. A venomous snake, I believe. And he died.
Yeah, it was a miracle.
It was a miracle, man. So how much more in these times? And then like Yahweh Shai say, you should do greater works than I.
That's the spirit. I was about to grab that earlier.
Coming out of Mount Zion.
You can grab it if you want to. What's that precept? You can say grab it.
I don't know. You probably look it up. I'll look it up real quick.
You just got some more there?
Verse 15. See, I will make you into a threshing sledge.
What's the precept of Slock here? What's that one there?
Isaiah 41:15. See, I will make you into a threshing sledge. This is in NIV. New and sharp with many teeth. You will thresh the mountains and crush them and reduce the hills to chaff.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, if I get it correctly, wouldn't the mountains be pretty much these other nations like Edom?
Yeah, the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna destroy them, man. Especially when we see those new bodies. That Jeremiah 16:16.
And when that also going to that Ezekiel 35, pretty much saying, I shall make your mountains full of like pretty much your people.
Okay.
So it's gonna be us, man. Not only is gonna be the nuclear missiles, but you have to think about the ones that's hiding.
Okay.
You're gonna have to go down there and get them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that.
We can jump back to that Micah real quick. Unless you got the other precept.
Let me get it real quick.
Just quote it so I can pull it up on my screen.
I think I got it. It's John 14 and well, there's two, but I'll get this John 14 and 12. It reads, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also. And it's crazy that Yahweh Shai, the first thing that he said in this verse was, he that believeth on me. So you have to believe first and foremost in order to even receive the power.
And you think about it this way. That was also, I think it was in the book of Matthew. He said, you have the faith of a mustard seed. You shall be able to tell a mountain to move, and it shall move.
And what's that mountain we moving? We moving Babylon. That great mountain of confusion, man. We casting down all the strongholds.
Yeah.
You know, and with us moving this mountain, it's shaking shit up in the earth. It's causing Esau to act irrational. You know, he's losing his mind, and that's why he's making haste to bring forth this Karagah, you know?
Yep.
You know? You got some.
I just reread it from the top, John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
So you're going to be doing greater works than what the Lord was doing in the past. And on the book of Obadiah, it says, shall be many savers out of Mount Zion. So you're going to have all these people that's been telling you, like the Lord said, first it shall be fishers of men, then you shall turn into hunters.
Yep.
So not only are you going to be hunting, but you're also going to be saving people. The Lord might put you amongst a group of people where you have to be the leader. You might have to heal people, use those type of powers. You might have to slay some people. You never know the situation. Shalom, up.
Yep. Precept, if I made to back you up.
Oh, you going? Sorry,
This is Psalm 110:3. It reads, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. All right, so there's going to be them 11th hour Israelites to where when they see the men of the Lord, you know, performing these miracles, giving all glory and praise unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, they're going to be willing because they're seeing that power. So their faith is going to be evident. All right, and they very well may be saved, because we know the elect, even though it's a very minute number compared to the rest of Israel, but it's still going to be a lot of Israelites that be saved here in America, man.
Hey, John the Revelator, he said it was a numerable multitude that he couldn't number. You know?
Yeah, because you got the 1/3, and then you have the elect across the four corners of the earth.
Yeah,
so
That's a lot of people. You never know.
You never know who's watching.
You never know.
And because you seeing this truth take place, you got people in the Philippines, China,
yeah,
you know, Saudi. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know, in 8 different parts of Asia, South America. And that's all the fulfillment of prophecy. But the scriptures say this truth shall reach the ends of the earth. Then the end shall come.
Yeah.
You know? All right. We can jump back to that Micah. Unless you got some more.
Nah, that was it to that. Micah 5 and 8.
We can find us at 9.
9. Okay, God. Yeah.
It said, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. And that's what's going to happen, man. You know, ultimately when we get those new bodies, but even beforehand, the Lord is gonna, some of the men gonna be doing some mighty things in these days, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna confound these people. They're gonna be like, man, what the, you know what I'm saying? You can imagine what Esau, the radio's gonna be like when Esau get those reports.
He's blind. What do you mean he's blind? Imagine you in a concentration camp and a man next to you just shapeshift and turn. You never know what he could do.
Yep.
I mean, you talking about the living power, everything. You gotta think this Heavenly Father created everything that we see. The fact that we communicate, bro, and talking and able to understand each other.
Exactly.
That's a wonder.
You know, it's a great TV show that show example of like the gifts that the elect shall be able to do. If you go on Netflix and watch Raising Dion.
Yeah.
Raising Dion, he literally told him something and he just made up power. He said, I didn't know what you meant by it, so I just created something.
Yeah.
That's right there. It's just a thought. The simple thought process can make anything based on faith.
They even say it scientifically. We only use half our brains.
10%.
10%. So you never know. The Lord may unlock some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And they showed that in that movie Lucy. As the percentage went up, the more and more she was unlocking abilities, different things.
And that's why the Lord said prayer and fasting is good too. A lot of, Esau, he puts a lot of chemicals and shit in our food because he wants to, pretty much destroy us, man, and keep us disconnected from the spirit.
Yeah, that's it.
They do it at a young age. Just for example, today at work, not even an hour ago, if the kids didn't want to eat the main course of macaroni, they told them we have soy peanut butter and jelly.
Soy peanut butter.
Hey, they'll tell you to eat some maggots if you saw them in your food.
You gotta get the hell up out of here. There's more on
It
this.
actually happened at my school.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's why we need salvation, man.
So eat it.
That's crazy. How would you eat it?
And that shows how destroyed Jake is too. Jake don't give a damn because they underpaid at these damn schools any goddamn way.
No cap.
But But anyway, verse 10, Micah 5:10, and it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayer. That's speaking of Babylon. Are we not in the land of Chaldeans? That's what goes on. A bunch of witchcraft, sorcery. Everything, you gotta question everything. Everything fake. Sports fake. TV fake. Everything's scripted.
It's all a facade.
Yeah, media.
Yeah.
It goes back to medium because it's basically they cast spells, and that's all Hollywood is. Hollyweird, that
And it says that in not to interrupt, it says Micah 5 in the NIV verse 12. I will destroy your witchcraft and you will no longer cast spells.
Yeah.
NLT.
Yeah, the NLT reads verse 12, Micah 5. It says, I will put an end to all witchcraft, and there will be no more fortune tellers.
Ooh, and that's what goes on here. The Lord said in Revelations 18, it's called the mother of harlots.
Yeah.
It also says the mistress of witchcraft and Nahum. Because America is likened unto Nineveh. It's spiritually Nineveh, spiritually Sodom, spiritually it's mighty because I think I brought it up during the time of Abraham. The king of Sodom and Gomorrah was named Bur and Bersha, and one of the kings, that name Bur, I believe, goes into the son of the evil one or some shit like that. The son of the evil, and the other one's like I forget how to go. I forget. But look those names up, and it shows how Esau pretty much he is the son of the wicked.
Okay.
But I just thought that was interesting. But anyway, verse 13, thy graven images also shall what I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the works of thy hands. And what's the images in which he's doing now? It's the artificial intelligence. Where that's he want to make man merge man with machine. That's the new graven image. It's just science. That's the new idol. What did Biden say? He said pretty much less something, more science. I'm like, damn. So they let you know what they're about. And who's to say that's the real Biden? There's probably like 12 fucking Bidens.
They've
God.
been doing cloning for
Yeah, you ever seen them videos? Like they had a video like it was like they did over the Bidens over the years. I'm like,
Oh,
each and
yeah.
every one
All
look
look different.
I'm like, damn.
They have masks, because who's to say that they do it with the movies, and they show you in TikTok and the different YouTube videos that
They have a whole-
it's easy, just put on a fucking prosthetic and some clay or whatever the fuck, the little glue and shit
Or
to
deepfake.
yeah.
They got a movie with dude who played John Wick called Replicas. He
Yeah.
lost his whole family and then sat there and said, I bet I'm gonna clone all of y'all, replace y'all. Then if you watch the old movie G.I. Joe, he literally replaced the president with his own president.
And people be thinking like, you think this is some bugged out shit. Like, why would you think they put it in the movies? Nigga, obviously they doing this shit.
Exactly.
That's
right
how the
in your
left
face.
hand work. They have to tell you what they doing. You know what I'm saying? What they call to hold themselves blameless or some shit like that.
I told you what I was doing. You just didn't pay attention to the clues.
Yeah, they have a thing too to where they feel like I forgot the term, but they feel that their good deeds outweigh their bad deeds, so that they feel that as if they're blameless. And then that too, to where if they tell you, what do they call it, predictive programming.
Yeah.
They tell you it in the movies, so then when it fully comes, They feel like, oh, but we already gave them a warning. So, hey, you know, they get the blueprint. It's awesome of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because that's what the Lord does. He gave us the blueprint. He gave us, you know what I'm saying, the script.
Because we know that.
Hey, that's kind of raw that you said like that. He gave us the script, and that's on the right hand side.
Yeah.
On the left hand side, they gave you the script, but they gave it to you in a different type of way.
Because the Lord doth work on the left and the right. He's in charge of good and evil. So you got to think he's putting these thoughts into Esau, Edom, and the wicked and their plans and forwarding what the Lord ultimately wants.
Kind of, because I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying, they, you know, these movies, they're actually real ideas that they have and real thoughts that they have.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, real inspirations that they have. So they put them in the movies. That's why you got some movies that's based on real events that happen. You know, real things that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Or you know, the present.
Uh,
I remember, I don't know if you guys ever watched, most of the time, everybody seen Law and Order. They had an episode with this dude, he was a comic book artist, and he was writing, like, dark, real satanic comments. And they was like, how do you get it? He said, I dream. Gonna find out, he wasn't dreaming. He would go out at night and real life kill people, and then come back and put it in the comic book.
And it shows, they even said, in order for you to be a top Hollywood director or producer, you must have a thorough understanding of the Bible.
of the Bible.
You know what I'm saying? When you think they get the, you know what I'm saying? When the Lord show you even within our walk, you know, like, remember, like, you decipher a movie, and within the movie, you can see, like, you had the sign in the background. It would say 144. Or like,
Little sign, yeah.
We're not 144 in the sense
There are
of, like,
scriptures.
it say something like weird and only a spiritual, or not a spiritual person in this sense,
Enlightened.
an enlightened one would
Yeah.
be like, be able to
Peep
peep the signs and shit. And how much more the Lord does it in His movie, you know, which we're gonna be able to watch, which I believe, you know, in the future, you know,
I think so too.
you know, look back and watch this whole thing, the book of life. You're gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like a movie.
That's gonna be wrong.
And you're gonna be seeing the signs, license plates and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you never know. You know, I speak as a man, but
Yeah, because
Yeah.
all these things represent something. You know what I'm saying? Numbers represent something. You know, signs, signals, it's everywhere.
that's the spirits 144.
God, call out Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. There's
I'm looking at the clock.
I think it was a scripture in Mark that goes into that. I forgot.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
up?
try to find it.
Quoted.
It was something with a sign and saying like I forgot. I'll try to find it here.
Let me finish this off and then you go.
Okay.
Micah 5:14. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities and execute vengeance in my anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard, such as they have not heard. The Lord, what He say? I'm not going to come as a man. I'm not going to meet thee as a man.
Come
as
as glory.
Yeah, His glory. He's going to spiritual force.
That's a,
You know, you imagine that, man. We was just talking about that last on the live show, man. The Lord coming, the clouds thundering.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
you know, it's gonna be crazy to really show you that power. You gotta think about it. When they came from the first time, how he was pushing them back, and that was just a low
He
level.
was flexing.
Exactly, that's just a low level. He come back in that full glory, it's over with.
Yeah, he was flexing a little bit like who you seek for. He knocked their ass back. I think it was like 2 times he knocked them back. He was flexing like that, but hey, he had to be the sacrifice for us to receive this truth in these last days, man. So we can get the victory.
That's right.
You know, and we can, you know, and some of this through His sacrifice, you know, we're gonna be, you know, Lord willing, someone's gonna be doing mighty acts. You know, and the Lord is already doing mighty acts right now as we speak for brothers.
God.
You know, the fact that we got this truth is to show His mercy.
His name.
You know what I'm saying? These people people don't have to, you know, even people that got fringes on don't even have the eyesight.
Yeah.
You know. That was it on that. I got another one.
Yeah, I had like it was Isaiah 41 and no wait 40, so like 40 and yep, Isaiah 40 and I'll start at 29. Matter of fact, I started at 28. Yeah, I started 28. It says Isaiah 40 and 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? that the everlasting power, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint. And who's the faint? The Israelites. You know, it says, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Right? It says, even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall.
Hey, a good example of that was with Samson. You know, when they poked his eye out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he pretty much he was blind.
Yeah, they gouged his
He
eyes.
prayed to the Lord for strength and pretty much to knock those pillars down and kill them Philistines, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that was the Lord that gave him that strength to do that, man. It was the Lord that, hey, what it says in Psalms 144, is the Lord that teaches my hands to war.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so, you know, the Lord, he's going to put the spirit upon brothers. He's going to activate that spirit upon certain brothers
Oh, yeah.
to do some incredible things.
Come on.
God.
You're
It's
going to be in awe, like.
1,000.
You said what, bro?
One man shall chase 1,000.
Come on.
It says, verse 31, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
Ooh,
And-
he saw no this coming.
Yeah.
Like the brother was saying, who put the spirit upon them to make the movies, the cartoons like X-Men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the other movie?
You got X-Men, you got Chronicles.
Chronicles.
What's it called? It's all types of movies out there when it just come to suddenly powers coming out of nowhere.
Avatar and
All
said
the
things like that.
superheroes, all
Yeah.
the superhero movies.
Who put the spirit upon them to do that? The Lord did that, man.
Yeah.
And who's able to understand though? Like what's the other Dragon Ball Z?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the anime.
That was that was the Lord showing his men like, hey, they trying my child.
If you think about it, look. The thing I have
Spriggan, yeah, Spriggan.
That's wrong too.
Hey, that's supposed to mean spirit, I think.
I ain't know that.
Spirit test or something like that.
Yeah, man.
You think about that Dragon Ball Z. Think about how they was on a whole different planet and they became fallen ones and they came to Earth because their planet got destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's just the same way.
Yeah, they get it from the scriptures, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lion King.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can bring out many things, man. You know.
Yeah, that's the whole point, though. We gotta suffer now to where our to what when we're fainting and weary, you know. So that way, because right now we're faint. You know what I'm saying? We have no might right now in this flesh, right? But in the times to come, especially in the kingdom of heaven, because right here it goes into that new body. But even before then, the Lord's gonna be working miracles. Because I remember a brother had brought the point out to where, and it stuck with me to where as we get further and further to the end, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is that much more here, you know, in a sense. So yeah, his presence, yeah.
And he's only gonna be working with only a certain group of people, individuals on a certain level.
That's right.
It's only gonna be the elect.
He focusing in on his chosen ones.
Yeah.
Can I get a Acts 2 real quick?
Mm-hmm.
It says Acts 2:17, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
And we just talking about the spirit before we flamed up, because flamed with the lesson. We were talking about this painting, you know,
spirit, yeah.
that I got, you know, my niece and painted, you know, little girl pretty much with the chariots. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, damn, what made you do that? She like, she don't know. Like, it was the spirit of the Lord, man.
And if you know about any other little girl, they not drawing it, especially at that type of level. Most little kids is drawing little stick figures.
That looks like
That's
artwork
professional.
Yeah, but who put the spirit upon her to do that?
The Lord.
The Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord, he's giving children visions of having flying. You know, brothers having visions of doing great things. Hey, brothers having visions of seeing the destruction.
Yeah.
You know?
And this goes upon all flesh. Mind you, it's all flesh. So even the heathen, the heathen are receiving visions. And this is a cut to the Israel. Because I think it was the Watchman saying that, you know what I'm saying, that they don't deal, or the Lord doesn't, well, ultimately he doesn't deal with the heathen on that type of righteous level. But as it said, because I believe this is quoting Joel too,
gives them their nightmares and stuff too.
Exactly.
Remember the wife of Pontius Pilate? She said I had a terrible vision, pretty much about Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, man,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's two sides of each
yeah.
coin.
Yeah, this was also like.
Because you know, you know what I'm saying, some of these left-hand performers, man, they say they be having visions of them burning up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, the Lord showing them a glimpse of their future.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It
Or
was,
they-
it was a video of I perceived it was an Edomite. He could have been a Jake, a confusion of face.
Yeah.
But he had a vision of pretty much, and he said he had on garments. It was a brother that did a video on pretty much something. He was sitting in front of a campfire, and within the fire, he said he was seeing the faces of all these top level Edomites like Biden, Pelosi, and all these
Damn.
these damn devils just burning in agony and pain, man. You know that's what's coming for you devils, man. And 2/3 of our people, man. You know they're gonna be utterly obliterated, man.
A vision like that, like based off that fire, would give me a good clear picture. I don't know if you ever seen Scooby-Doo Spooky Island, when they have that big pit and they have all the souls in it just moving around lost. It's the same way I can picture that.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we be the elect looking down on the sea, looking down through the sea of glass upon the reward of the wicked.
Come.
You know.
Yeah, more than that, bro. It was verse 18. Ended off at verse 18.
Yeah, he was quoting that Joel.
Yeah, it was in Joel 2. I just wanted to
And
fact check it.
And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy, and I shall shew wonders in heaven above.
Tough.
Salakia, in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath.
Mm-hmm.
So blood and fire and vapor of smoke.
Are we not seeing that? The brothers were talking about what? The rivers turn into blood.
Yeah.
Fires. It's like California just stay on fire. You know what I'm saying? They just fire. It's not even just that place. Volcanoes erupting. I was watching a movie, little documentary on Netflix. You know, pretty much a volcano erupted out there in off the coast of New Zealand.
Damn.
It was a retreat they went to. It was a group of people went. They ain't expect for it to explode, and the Lord let that bitch explode and killed a lot of people.
Docile.
And then that goes into the vapor of smoke, and the also the signs in the earth beneath that the blood moons. You know, and then also the clouds of smoke coming from the damn all the rioting and all the chaos across the world. You don't see it here right now in the States, but you look across the world, there's the uproars of the people galore.
Yes.
You know what's raw about that? What you were saying about the blood moons? Growing up, they tell you only gonna see it once in your lifetime.
Yeah.
And look how much stuff we didn't see pop off in our lifetime so
It
far.
could
And it hasn't
cut.
even been that no full life, just in a year or two.
Yeah, we witnessed the solar eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't never seen something like that. You know, I happened to be on the West Coast when it was happening. Up there in Tacoma, Washington, when it happened, it looked weird outside. Cause when this eclipse, it's like the lightning was weird. I'm like, damn, this shit look weird as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, even yesterday, I don't know if y'all seen it. It was like during sunset almost, like probably an hour before. Bro, the sun looked abnormally large, bro, in the sky. I'm like, what the hell? And then my pops, it was a spirit. My pops even just said, I didn't see it, but he said the moon, the day or the night before that was abnormally large.
Yeah, I seen it too. I was driving. It was like coming up.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
He was like, it just looked fucking massive. I'm like, I didn't even see it. I was,
Yeah, and the scriptures say what? Don't be dismayed at the signs
At the signs of heaven.
We see these things, we rejoice.
Yeah.
We see in the sun like, damn, the Lord's on his way back,
I remember one time me and a brother, kid not, the Lord is my witness. We was sitting on a balcony. I seen the moon turn and just jet off. I called the brother, what's it called, Yaquab. We said, y'all see the moon? He said, nah, it's not in the sky. Moon just disappeared out of nowhere.
I was looking around, I was like, ain't no way.
I'm like, ain't no way.
Hey, the Lord can do anything. Remember, the Lord made it during the time of Moses. It was sunlight. Moses had to hold his hand up. Hey, remember that, man? Hey, the Lord got the power to do anything he want, man. Is there anything too hard for the Lord?
He kept the sun in the sky for a whole like a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
That's raw as hell.
That's wrong.
Because you imagine the heat, like, why is the sun didn't go down? and
I'm tired.
they kicking our ass, you know what I'm saying?
God.
And they can't have that.
And that's why the scriptures say, that's why the name of the Lord is dreadful amongst the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
But Esau, in his pride, he think he's finna, take the Lord out. You finna lose, man. Big time. It's a more than.
Yeah, you can get more to that, bro.
Yeah.
I think he got 20. So this goes
verse
in
20.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
And the sun, Salakia, it says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before that great and notable day of the Lord come.
Ooh, and we seeing that right now. So we know, seeing these things, we know that the Lord is finna come. And he's coming quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
So who got to call on the name of the Lord? And what's his name? And with calling on that name, there's a particular spirit you got to be in. You got to be in, in his spirit, man. In the spirit of Yahweh Shem Rashah. In the Kakadash,
You know,
the
it's
Holy
crazy.
Spirit.
It's like we know that he coming, but today at work, it was a bunch of my coworkers that was like, Lord, I'm tired. Well, how long until y'all get here? Like, till how long till you come back? And in my head, I'm thinking like, y'all just don't know. Y'all salvation is nearer than what you believe.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jake Morning, hey, that's why he said a lot are going to come in the last hour.
Yeah.
That the Lord, the Lord building up these small sanctuaries, whatever they may be scattered, to bring in those at the last hour,
Come.
And like you said, hey, the Lord may put the spirit upon particular brothers to be healing people.
Oh yeah.
People gonna be coming, people be coming, the Lord like heal them. You know what I'm saying? Heal them and shit, you never know.
That's wrong.
Because you think if the apostles are doing it back then and everything is reincarnated.
It's nothing new underneath the sun.
Yeah, so and there was a great influx of believers when they were doing the mighty works. The people were seeing it and they were believing.
Yeah, come
And
on.
it's
It's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
As the prophecies start to come to pass, don't be surprised. Fucking family members that thought you was a weirdo start calling you.
What Mario?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And who's to say the Lord may have mercy on some, or he may not. You know?
Because we're living in it's acts for a reason. It was given the acts of what they were doing.
All up to the
But
Lord.
And when you read Acts,
It's mighty.
the elder of Remlot the apostle Remlot was going into it. When you read these scriptures, you read it and you gotta understand this thing happened like right, bam, 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 bam. Like, no, this was over a process of time.
Right.
These dudes still had lives, they probably had, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It was a process of time.
Come.
These things want to happen like right away. Like you read, like what we said with Noah. You know what I'm saying? Noah had to prophesy for over hundreds of years.
100 years.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you read about the plagues that the Lord brought upon Egypt, that didn't happen like bam, bam, bam. That was over a due process of time. The Lord gradually destroyed Egypt, man.
Cause you gotta think time is different for him than it is for us.
Come on.
Yeah.
One day for us, 1,000 years for us is one day to him. So in all reality, even though it might seem like time is flying for us, the Lord just chilling.
Yeah.
Time hasn't passed with him much.
But the mighty part about it, he's speeding up the time.
Hey, that's what it's
Yeah.
about too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see it like, damn, it's already
February.
February,
That's crazy, bro.
2023.
Yeah.
We finna go into the Passover already. Like, damn.
That's right.
Seemed like yesterday, the last Passover, was it not? Like, damn, like. That wasn't on that. I got anything else?
Yeah, I had something for you.
We can pull them out and we can probably wrap up. I know that.
Alright, this started. This Malachi 4, not Malachi, Micah 4:13. It says, "Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people.
Damn.
Damn.
And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth."
Yep.
Hey, what the scriptures say? Injuries.
And riches gotten by deceit.
The kingdom shall be translated from one people to another.
Yep.
So all that riches and wealth that these devils collected, that they got sitting stored somewhere, you finna give it back to its original owners.
Yeah, I was about to say it's for the elect at the end of the day. The
earth was
world.
created for the- It's like,
Yeah, you had it.
No, I was gonna say, the earth, like you said, the earth is created for Israel anyway,
Yeah.
for the elect, and eventually the entire nation anyway. Cause although 2/3 gonna be burnt on this side, but hey, they gonna come back and they gonna be blessed in the kingdom, man. You know, they gonna have everlasting shame and contempt, but hey, they gonna be better than the heat. They gonna live way better than they lived on this side, man.
Oh hell yeah.
And the NIV it said you will devote their ill-gotten gains to the Lord, their wealth to the Lord of all the earth.
Yeah, because Esau out there, he's basically acting like a you know what I'm saying, like, you know, king of the earth, man. Like he's extracting everything for himself.
Mhm.
Bully.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how kings gain empires, man. They go and take somebody else's wealth.
Mhm.
And then they, you know what I'm saying, they go and fight and conquer somebody else, and then whatever they have, they take it. So they become the big king of the land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about power.
It's power control.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference when we come through and you know, Lord will be, you know, the elect. When we come through and enslave you kings, it's gonna be justified. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, like we said, the earth was created for our sakes anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just tools used to teach us lessons.
Yeah, because really, we're the kings, we're the princes, of the power, Israel. But now in the times we're living in, the roles are reversed. But the Lord is coming to put everything back in order, to where these heathen are going to be in their rightful order as servants, as they truly are. You see Moab and shit; they have Moab and shit with they're in the nail salons and washing the feet and.
Moab on wash pot.
Yeah, you know, so it's in their nature already to serve.
Ishmael, he made carpets,
Yeah,
tents and shit. So
they all have their different craft,
I Aladdin.
Yeah.
and they're gonna be in subjection unto us.
You know, Elam, he's big into the spices and shit. Because, you know, India is very fertile.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of spices and herbs come from India. You know, well, you know, a lot of it. Cumin, curry, and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a big agricultural country. Who think gonna have control over that? We are, man. You know? Over the resources of that land. That's what the real wealth is.
Yeah,
You know,
slaves.
he who controls the resource of the earth. You the king, man. You run it.
Right.
That's the real wealth. See, Esau, he tricked your dumb ass into thinking paper money, this monopoly money is wealth.
And the thing about it is, crazy part is, not only did he trick you, he told you what real wealth was. Because in 8th grade, they taught us what the real wealth was. And he literally had us trade different things. And he said, whoever comes out on top with the most, you won.
Yeah.
So the whole time we traded copper, oil, different actual natural resources, but yet you playing with fiat money.
Yeah.
That's gonna crash at any moment. But y'all got anything else?
How's it?
You know, so with that, we pray this video is edifying through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shem Shai. I want to say, call hello,
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakbadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well. And as always, peace and salutations to those elect and the society pushes truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
Ababa Ball.
Smooth Therapy 2023.